Hello, 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 humanoids and aliens alike. Welcome to What Girls Run These Worlds. I thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Alien Destroyer of Worlds. My name is Fiona. I use she, her pronouns, and I have the incredible honor, the delight, the privilege of being this gay mother for this campaign. Not gay monster, as I always put in the captions. Whoop, that would have been really awkward. And I am the gay mother for these wonderful cast of folks. Now, before I ask our wonderful cast to introduce themselves, let me tell you a little bit more about Alien and what this stream is at the top of the session. So the Alien RPG is published by Free League, whoop, also known for some absolutely cracking RPGs such as Tales from the Loop, which is all about sci-fi, but you're kids and you're finding out stuff in Sweden or possibly in the UK or wherever kids hang out. You know, I'm cool. Vaesen, imagine if you wanted to find like Feywild creatures, but also in Scandinavia, but also in the UK, but also wherever you find Feywild creatures. Very cool. Forbidden Lands. I actually don't know what this one's about, but I bet it's awesome. Coriolis. That one's in space as well. That's really good. Dragonbane. There's got ducks in it as adventurers. All very cool stuff. And of course, The Walking Dead. Well, I don't need to describe what that is. I think everyone knows what that is. But I'm a massive fan of their games, as well as being a massive nerd and a massive fan of franchises such as Alien. As always, if you enjoy watching this game that we're just playing for you folks, and you want to try out Alien, we're going to drop a link in the chat to where you can get it. As always, thank you so much to Free League for sponsoring this stream. Now, with all that in mind, coming closer. The world of Alien is incredibly bleak. Look at this. Look at this crew. Look at them. God damn it, Charlie team, you're awesome. It's an incredibly bleak and dark place with a lot of focus on mature themes, horror, violence, death, all the good stuff, essentially. But here at Girls Run These Worlds, the cast and I have had our session zero. We've gone over our lines and veils, and we have safety tools in effect. However, I just want to give you, the viewers, the androids, the xenomorphs amongst us out there watching this VOD, I want to give you full permission to, keep yourself safe and take a break from watching our story should it get a bit too much. You're always more important than the rules at the table. Finally, we're using the scenario from the series. The scenario we're using for the series is Destroyer of Worlds, the second cinematic scenario written by Andrew E.C. Gasker with a 26 Draconis arc. I would ask the folks who have run this game or played through this particular scenario just to be a bit mindful and not put spoilers in the chat and keep the secrets until after the stream, because otherwise, well, I cannot guarantee your safety from our Xenomorph mod. Whoops. Brilliant. Thank you so much. We're going to go round clockwise, starting with our captain, Captain Silver. The only thing I would say, we are missing our wonderful Dante tonight. Charmony is unfortunately away. We miss her greatly, but don't worry, Dante's going to be here. Played by me, a poor imitation of Charmony. So we do have them in play today. But I'm going to ask, starting with our captain, name and pronouns of both yourself and your character, and your sort of icebreaker question for this week. If you could pick up a certain skill instantly, Matrix style, what would that be? And I'm going to hand it over to Abigail.
Hi, I'm Abigail, she, her, playing Silva, she, her, and I'm blinking a lot because I was staring into my camera that has a ring light on it. And
oh no.
And the skill I would pick up immediately, if I could, without a doubt, would be drawing, because I've been trying to teach myself how to draw for years, unsuccessfully, but we're getting there. So,
what kind of things would you like to draw, Abigail? Like, if you could just draw
my
instantly.
characters, and other people's characters and scenes from games, because I like them a lot.
Oh, that is absolutely wholesome content. I'm so sorry you're going to die later. Okay, moving
I'll
on. You'll draw it. Absolutely. Next up, moving past Charmony, we are going to Jill.
Ooh, okay, let me recenter myself after that. Hi, I am Jill, also known as GhostTJK on the internet, and I will be playing a private Hammer, favorite artificial womb soldier. And if my skill that I would want to pick up, I knew immediately as soon as you asked, and that's languages. I
Oh,
do not have the patience to sit down and learn languages. Like I used to speak Spanish pretty much fluently, and I've forgotten all of it just because I haven't used it. And like I want to learn so many different languages, and if I could just like absorb them and be like I forgot the term, the polyglot. Yeah, that's the term.
oh,
I
very
would love
cool.
to be that.
That's so cool. You would win at every Duolingo like thing of like, oh,
Yes.
look at this streak.
The
Oh.
Duolingo owl is afraid of me.
It's not for whom the Duolingo owl calls, it calls for me. Moving straight along. I've got Humaloo. Humaloo, please.
Oh, it's me, Emma, or Hamlet on the internet. I'm playing Roach, Roach Mason, our gunnery sergeant, who's doing just fine. In terms of skills to pick up, I think as someone who I don't want to say ADHD sufferer, ADHD superhero. Yeah, I would quite like to be able to turn my hyper focus on and off so that if I need it, I can just be like, and then do 3 months worth of work in 3 hours. I would like to be able to do that.
I think a lot of people would like to do that. I think that's just be like, time. I was like, what time is it? I saw a video recently which was how do you get time back? It's called like revenge sleep procrastination, where you just stay up and do all the stuff. And I was like, oh, I feel like the algorithms found me on my so definitely feel that.
Yeah, I feel
Well,
seen.
I felt seen and heard. It was terrifying. But moving right along, the last but by no means least, Emily, please.
Hi, that's me. I'm Emily. I'm playing Chaplin, the android who uses any pronouns and does not talk like this.
Nope.
And I think this is not going to sound very like socialism yay of me, but I think if I was going to pick up any skill, I would want to be able to manipulate the stock market, because I have because money's fake. So I might as well steal it all. And I have projects that I would love to work on that require funding that I do not have. So yeah.
I love that. I love that. Like if it's like I get a call after the stream and go, I don't know, it's some sort of international fraud squad, and I'm like, oh well, it all started here. And then, of course, I always forget about myself. For me, I think I would be really boring. And I'm sorry it's so boring, but I would like to be able to cook really well. Because there's nothing worse when you go, I'm going to cook for myself. And then you spend 3 hours slaving over stew. And you're like, this has too many potatoes. And I hate it. So, I'd like to be able to cook well and healthily. Again, you didn't see this on stream, but I just came into the call with a pot noodle, which is, that's how I roll into these games. But yes, thank you so much, my wonderful Marines, wonderful Charlie team that we have here today. Now, before we start our story, I will first of all close the book, because I've got a script and I don't need the book after all. I've got the rules in here. So before we go into the recap, I'm just going to talk quickly about the main game mechanic that you will see coming up in Alien. So when a character wants to do something and there's a little bit of risk, I'm going to ask them to describe what they're doing, and then I'm going to ask them to do a roll that combines one of their attributes and a related skill. By adding the levels in both that attribute and skill together, that's going to create a dice pool of d6s known as base dice, which they're going to roll. And in most situations, they only need to roll 1 success, 1 6, in order to succeed. It's really simple. They've done it several times. It's very impressive. However, there is always a caveat. There's always like a little downside to these sort of things. The life on the cutting edge of cold, brooding space is pretty brutal. And this is where the stress mechanic comes in. So when we are making these rolls, characters must also add a number of d6s known as stress dice into the dice pool equal to their current stress level. So for example, if they're doing like a strength close combat check and it's the total base dice is 5 and they are level 2 stress, they're going to add a +2 to that dice pool. Now, this should be fine, right? But if they roll a 1 on 1 or more of their stress dice, well, it's bad news bears, I'm afraid, because that is a panic roll, and we'll get onto those if they start. So naturally, the more stressed a character is, just like in real life, the more chance you have at succeeding, right? More chance of succeeding on those difficult tasks and, maybe shooting things. I don't know. But there's also more chance of failing. with really bad consequences, panicking or even dying. We had an excellent example of this happening last session, where there was like a cascade of panic checks, which I lived for. This was I was like, num, drama. It's great. Now, obviously, players can push their rolls, so grabbing any dice that doesn't already show a success and re-roll them. This is not without risk, however, because pushing the roll increases the character stress by 1, and they must include that new stress dice in the push roll. Now, the caveat is they can only push the skill roll once unless they have a talent that says otherwise, and they can push any skill rolls except anyone that already contains a 1 on a stress die and any death rolls. The one thing I'm going to add is that we do have an android character here. They operate under slightly different rules. Due to their programming, they cannot get stressed and they can't panic under pressure. But that does mean they can't push their rolls either. And that, oh, that's frustrating. Oh, but because they could have, but they didn't. The final thing I'm going to mention is one of the more unique elements of Alien, and that is the personal agendas. This cinematic scenario is split into 3 acts. We are so close to the end of Act 1. I can't wait to get out the new agendas for folks, probably at the break. But for each act, our characters have a secret agenda that motivates their choices. Now, obviously, I've said to the players that they aren't bound to carry them out completely. They can do what they like, but should they follow them? At the end of each act, I'm going to reward those who have with a story point, which they can spend for 1 automatic success on the dice check, or on a skill roll, sorry. So, all admin, roll credits, all that out of the way. Are you folks ready for my recap? All right, so again, we find our Marines on the United Americas refining and refueling station on the frozen moon of Aristarchus in the Kruger 60 system. This moon has been a major refinery, and exporter of petroleum fuels for nearly a century, with its oil production and space elevator reaching into orbit from the ground. The ongoing oil wars involving the United Americas, that's us apparently, the Free World Empires and the Union of Progressive Peoples, or the UPP, have been facing each other down over scarce oil reserves, and this has left quite a mark on the colony itself, mostly on their mood and loyalty, leading to Aristarchus becoming a hotbed for insurgency. 1 week ago, political tensions rose as the UPP annexed a nearby 61 Sydney, the nearby Sydney system, and all communications with their sort of twin colony, LV-038, were completely lost. Following this, an emergency evacuation of the whole colony was in progress until the early hours of this morning, where all the transports were grounded with no explanation given. Until Fort Nebraska's commanding officer, Colonel Myers, says otherwise, the evacuation of Aristarchus is suspended until further notice. That's where our Marines come in. They make up Charlie Team, a unit handpicked by Major Hatfield from the infamous Sin Eaters for a special Moonside mission. Their mission has been very simple. Track down 4 missing Marines, Wojciech, Carvalho, Wright, and Reese, who are in possession of some top secret intelligence that cannot, and I can't stress this enough, cannot fall into the wrong hands. They must confirm their identities and the identities of those people the intelligence has been passed on to and bring them in. Deadly force has been authorized for this mission. So, after touching base with Major Hatfield and confirming the location, oh, sorry, I have jumped ahead 1 paragraph. I am so sorry. After a showdown at the oil fields with our Charlie Team, definitely taking out the UPP agents that were there, they managed to track down and interview, with bunny ears there, or interrogate one of the remaining insurgents as to the whereabouts of the remaining missing Marines, Wojciech and Wright. It was revealed that they had been picked up by Imre Botus's forces and being kept at the insurgents' compound in District West. They were supposed to be handed off to the UPP here at the rendezvous point before being transported off Moon. However, the UPP had arrived some hours ago and had been waiting ever since, and all messages to the compound had been gone unanswered. After touching base with Major Hatfield and confirming the location of the insurgents' compound, Charlie Team were provided with a Cheyenne dropship to infiltrate and assault the compound from above. However, as the team started to rappel down to the roof, 2 insurgents busted out of the skylight with RPG launchers aimed directly at their dropship. Dante, unable to control her descent, landed badly, breaking her leg in the fall. Captain Silver also landed awkwardly on the roof, rolling her ankle. But together, Hammer and Mason sort of tried to take out the insurgents whilst Chaplin went to get down and start disabling the roof transmitter. But not before all of you seeing something pretty horrific. Something slick and tail-like, reaching out of the skylight and forcibly taking out the last insurgent through the roof. In the sudden quietness of battle, Charlie team could now hear screams and gunshots coming from within the building. Something or someone seemed to be already taking out the insurgents from within. So, Charlie team, first of all, we'll head up to the dropship because I believe Mason is still on it. So, Mason, you've seen all this coming through. Like, what are you doing? Are you also going to rappel down yourself?
Yes. I had originally been staying up there to help with some cover fire with the people who were down there.
Correct.
Once it was clear we were being attacked, but now it seems we don't have anyone left up there.
No, absolutely.
So
Mhm.
yeah. I will rappel down.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will rappel down.
All
It's
right.
tempted to take the whole thing down and be like, come on guys, we're leaving. But yeah, no, I'll go and help.
All right. It is an easy, so this will be a +1 to your check. Base dice is a mobility agility check. Or agility mobility.
Agility.
So yeah, +1 of base
Yeah.
dice and plus your stress dice.
Yup. There we go. And the same again. We have 2 successes. There's a 1, but not on the stress dice, thankfully. I saw the 1, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of 3s there.
Ooh, perfect. So yeah, so you quickly sort of go down. You can see, like, obviously your team have, Hammer decimating one of these insurgents, and you can see, like, Dante is not screaming, but definitely sort of like in a lot of pain, as with Captain Silver and obviously Chaplin down there. So you join your friends. Easy enough, you go down as quickly as you can. The dropship, all of you will hear is like, I need to go back up, but I'll keep circling. I'll stick around. And so you just see that goes up into the sky. Obviously, you have detached at this point. Mason, you've not gone, what?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
I land, hear the screams, and then I'm like,
Nope.
I'm out.
Peacing out indeed.
Yeah, because did I
all
hear
of
any screaming from up in the dropship, or am I only just starting to hear it now that I'm down here?
You would have heard screaming from the dropship. It is
Okay.
quite loud. It is muffled,
Yeah.
but the intensity of it is pretty bad. And actually, as you sort of land onto the rooftop, all of you, like, obviously you're taking a moment to get your breath. Certainly those who are looking at the now I can't remember. So I'm going to depend on people's honesty there. Did I give those people who saw the thing a stress level last time or not? Can people remember?
I think so, because our stress was cascading during that time, and I think at
Yeah.
the end you were like, "Oh, and you guys also get a stress from."
Perfect. Yeah, and to be
no,
fair, you were
dang
all
it.
cascading, so that makes sense. Okay, cool. I just wanted because I always go, oh, and stress, like
And
some
also,
sort of
by the way.
addition.
Yeah.
By the way, so yeah,
It's
okay,
like
yeah.
Columbo. One other thing.
One
I
last,
think
stress.
so.
Yeah, no, I it makes sense because again the cascading thing, people's stress we're going up and down anyway, so we'll keep it like that for now. So that's fine. But yes, you can certainly I think Hammer was the closest to the skylight, so you don't know what it was. Whatever it was slinking, and it literally went round someone's arm, someone's leg, and pulled them forcibly. And you saw this person's face, like fear, absolute fear and terror, as they broke through the skylight. The whole thing is absolutely shattered. There's glass everywhere on the roof now. But yes, you're all on the roof, and yeah, as you get down there, you can now hear spates of gunfire as well.
Can I begin doing first aid on our limbed people?
So there's Dante and there's Captain Silver.
I would like to start with our captain. Rank wins in this particular case.
No,
Sorry,
I mean,
Dante.
Just
Can
throws
can
privates
Silva-
under the bus. I get it. It's
Can Silva be
fine.
like, Dante's more injured?
And
Dante
you're-
Dante goes, oh no, it's fine, I'm fine. I'll just walk it off.
Can't walk.
You
I
cannot,
can
you
walk. You
cannot.
cannot walk.
I'll be fine. I'll just.
It's not meant to be facing that way, Dante.
Oh God.
I will begrudgingly obey my captain's orders and fix Dante first.
Dante will visibly try and move back from you. No, I don't want you touching me. I don't want anyone touching me. I'll sort it out myself.
Are you going to make me injure you so that I can help you?
No,
That seems counterproductive.
I don't want anyone touching me. Okay, I had it back at the facility. People were prodding me and all sorts. I don't need you touching me right now. I just need a moment. And you can see there's sweat coming off her brow quite visibly. Like she is in a lot of pain, but she does not want you touching her.
Dante, I am not a stranger in a medical facility. I am your teammate. I want only your success and good things for you, like not having a broken leg.
I don't
Chaplain,
want you touching
just
me.
drop it. Treat the captain.
Fine. I go treat the captain.
You see Hammer Dante going, thank you to you. So yeah, treating the captain. This will be a medical aid check, which I think is Wit's medical aid. If you've got a pack of some sort, Chaplain, I would let you do that.
I have a surgical kit.
Ah,
Well, that probably won't. I'll have to
think
use an actual med kit for this.
I think a med kit makes more sense because she's not got any broken bones.
Right. Okay.
You having a quick look over again, presuming if the captain is sort of allowing you to touch her leg, as like you could tell it is badly sprained. It's not broken. The tendons aren't like pulled or anything like that. It is just badly sprained. So you think you could do it up, and a med kit will probably be your best bet, I think.
That being said, we only have 2 med kits, right? From
Hammer has
when we
two,
looted.
yeah.
When we looted. Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna try to do it without one because I feel like we're gonna keep getting injured here.
Yeah, I think because med kits here, it gives you just a +2 to your medicine aid check. So yeah, so go for it. So yeah, if you're doing it without, that's fine. So yeah, so just do a Wits medical aid check for me, please.
We also were giving painkillers, did we?
Mm-hmm.
You probably got some painkillers. Yeah. Let's do the medical aid check first. Oh, it's empathy. Sorry, empathy. Medical aid. That's my bad. Sorry.
Yeah. I got a success.
One success. Perfect. Yeah. So you take your moment. You wrap it up, and it definitely feels better. Captain Silver, you no longer have a -2 to your mobility thanks to that medical aid check. So yeah, it's painful, but the pain is going away. Like it's you'll be able to run now, so to speak.
Wonderful.
And probably the adrenaline as well is going to help you as you're hearing the gunfire from below.
Thank you, Chaplain.
No problem. Dante, if you're going to refuse treatment, you should go back on the drop ship so that you don't die.
Sure. I can still do stuff from up here. I could get on one of the guns or something and give you like help.
That's your call. I don't want you to die, but help is good.
She will ignore you, Chaplain, and look to Silver. It's your call, Captain.
I'm leaving this up to you. It's a risky situation for you to be injured like this.
We'll look to Hammer. If Hammer does anything.
Hammer is still covered in somebody else's blood right now and it's kind of seething that the other person they wanted to kill got taken from them. So Hammer just kind of shrugs, like, it's up to you. And looks back at the hole where the person disappeared into.
Sure. Yes. Fine.
Do you want pain relief before you go?
Please. Doesn't really make eye contact with you, Roach, on that.
Okay. Are we going in from up here? Can I just move a little close? I don't know how close we are to the skylight. Can I try having a look down just to see what I see under there?
Sure. You carefully.
Yeah.
You like avoid, like you don't step on the glass or anything like that, because you're very hyper aware of the noises. You look down, it's completely dark.
Okay. Cool. Definitely. Totally fine about that. Well,
I'll say at this point, yeah, like you'll have made that contact with the dropship, and it would have come down, and perhaps Chaplin, begrudgingly, perhaps, I don't, again, tell me otherwise, strap up Dante to get into the, because it can't come down all the way, so he pulls back up, and sort of like, she says she'll contact him from the ship. But she does not look happy about it. She, if anything, and this is not with like any roles, you could tell she's upset that this has happened, because she was ready to, after what happened at the oil fields, ready to go.
Just don't forget, Dante, there are very big guns in that dropship.
Yeah, I guess.
I guess.
And you can't help us if you're dead, so.
Yeah. Toe in the dirt.
Understood. Captain won't die.
Thank you. That's an order.
And as you can see, she's trembling, but you think through the pain, and you give her one of the painkiller kit that you folks found at the medical facility. It helps a little bit, but yeah, it looks like Fiona from the dropship has gone, oh my god. It's like, what? And it's clear that they're going to probably meet up with the people in the APC. So with Iona, weirdly Fiona and Iona, and Zimajewski, sorry, as well. And so you think they'll be together with the dropship then coming back around. So that is the plan for now. But yes, the four of you on the top of this rooftop. And I'd say as you're lifting Dante up and disappearing, the China dropship disappearing, the gunshots slowly stop. There's definitely some auto fire, and the screaming is also stopping.
Sounds like our work's being done for us.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm concerned about what we're going to find in there.
What do we feel about just leaving and nuking the building with those missile launchers?
Yep. It would deal with a lot of our problems. Insurgents. Maybe UPP.
I suppose the chance of our Marine surviving in that is very low.
Yeah, if they're encountering what I think they're encountering, that's an awful lot of mess to clean up, and that's on a good day, assuming we all get out just fine and we succeed at what we're doing. So
those things probably burst out of our AWOLs to begin with.
Yeah.
Fair point.
I'm gonna see what I can get out of this transmitter before we make any calls, and Chaplin will go start hacking.
Yeah, your hands almost like on a piano, like, but like pulling out wires and stuff like that, almost too fast to keep track of. Can I get you to make for me a wits-com check, please, Chaplin?
Okay. Well, would my cutting torch be of any assistance in this situation?
No, I guess what are
too
you trying
delicate.
To do?
Well,
Yeah, I guess
I have two things that are probably going to be separate roles. First is to try to like see if I can get any records of any transmissions that have come in and out, and that's probably not a cutting torch thing.
Yes.
And then after that, I want to disable it, which
sure. I mean, let's roll it into one, because I think with the cutting torch, there's going to be a +2 to any heavy machinery rolls. I think you're going to do it. Like, there's no, like, if you're going to take the time. I guess that's the thing. Are you taking your time about this? Because I think the information is one check for sure, but if you're just like budgering it, if you want to make sure it's completely disabled or whatever, in a way that can't, I guess it doesn't seem disabled. If someone was going to come up here, you know what I mean? If somebody comes up in here, that would be a slower check. But if you're like smash and grab, then I can let you do that for free.
I think smash and grab is fine, unless anyone has any objections to that. Cool.
Chaplain smash
Trust
and
your
grab.
gut.
Let's do a wits con check to see what information you can get.
I have 2 successes.
Nice. Check any stunts you can do with. This doesn't seem to be anything. Oh, I lied. Ooh, so here we go, because we've not done stunts for context before. So it's either +1 to a later roll. You don't need to overcome it again. Half the usual time, new or unexpected information, hide your tracks, or my favorite one, you show off. At a time like this, you show off. I would suggest either you have a +1 related to a related roll, or the new unexpected information. Those seem like two.
I think the new and unexpected information is
Cool.
probably what I'm going for.
Absolutely. So yeah, it is encrypted, but again, thanks to probably talking to Captain Silver on the way over here with that encryption stuff, you've sort of devised your own little program, and there has been a lot of it's received a lot of messages. So like you suspect, as you sort of decode them, that, oh yes, these were some from the insurgents at the oil field saying that stuff has arrived, and then there haven't been many messages out. So there's been one sort of went out really early on to the oil field saying, confirming that they'd heard and that they'd be there shortly. And that was some hours ago. But as you're sort of making your way through, you can tell there's been some other signals as well that have been sort of maybe like garbled, maybe to hide the location of this place, because then you didn't know this insurgents compound was here until very recently. So maybe they're trying to hide there or scramble any messages getting out. And there's a lot of guff on there as well. But towards the end, you do get a signal as it goes out. It's very encrypted, very broken, and almost as if it had been cut off mid-transition. And it sort of says, fall back, Botos evacuation, now.
Botos evacuation?
Mm-hmm. BOTOS.
I'll just repeat that out loud. Anyone know what that means? Cool.
I mean, unless Game Mother says, yeah, we do know what it means.
Right.
Yeah.
I would say, because you were aware of it, we're going to see if anyone was going to jump in. Imri Botos is the leader.
Right.
It's okay.
Right.
You would have
So
known
many
that.
names.
Do
Yeah.
not worry. There's so many NPCs. So yeah, it makes sense. So yeah, so you would gather that it's something to do with the leader and falling back, evacuation. And now.
How recently was this message?
With that extra success, 5 minutes ago.
Followed by gunshots. Whatever they're trying to evacuate, I don't know that they've been successful.
Right. We didn't see anyone driving away.
No.
Or flying away.
Nope.
Well.
Yeah, you look out over the compound. It's been snowing, and there was some guards further across the compound. It doesn't seem to be anyone moving towards the compound at this point, and you can't see any tracks in the snow. The silence now hits you. Looking out, it is snowing, and it is cold. I would like everyone to do for me it's not a freezing check, but it is a freeze move. Let me double check what it's called, because you are in the cold. We're not looking at overkill. I think it's just freezing. Give me 1 second. Freezing in an environment where you could become freezing. So I need you to make a strength stamina roll.
I do not need to make this, right?
You do not. You're an android.
Uh-oh.
What do we get? Human characters.
Humans. 1 success, which is
One
always
success.
sad when you're rolling a lot of dice, but it's better than failing.
Yeah, 1 success.
2 successes, 1 on the panic.
All right, we'll come to you in a second, Cat Silver.
No successes, 2 on stress die.
Oh no. All right, let's see some panic checks for me, please. You will take just before you roll, Captain Silver. Your stress level will go up by 1, and you suffer 1 point of damage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Mm.
So let's do a panic roll. So hammer.
9. Don't laugh at my misfortune.
I'm laughing at all of our misfortune, really.
Hammer.
Mhm.
What weapons do you have on you? What have you got on you in your inventory?
I have got my M56 smart gun. I also
Mhm.
have my pistol, combat knife, and some grenades. I've got 4 of them.
Okay. I'm going to say, do you have anything else in your inventory just before I...
Yes. I've got the 2 personal med kits, a surgical kit, never sleep pills, and the hydration.
I'm going to... you're going to drop an item. You're dropping your knife.
No. I left it in the person's body.
Yeah, if anything, maybe you went over, if we back on it, you gave it, you sort of like took it, and Dante just took it. I don't know, like it's in the drop ship or something. You left it in the drop ship.
Okay.
Because you used it, didn't you?
I used it to kill the
them.
insurgent, yes.
Perfect. You dropped it into the inky black
Oh.
of the skylight. There we go. I knew there was something. I had to find it, but yes. So it's within. Easy. Yeah, you just dropped it. You just have to go in and get it.
That easy.
Silver. Yeah, it is.
Lemon
Silver,
squeezy.
what did you get, my friend?
Do I roll 1 or 2?
So for your panic check, it's 1d6 plus however many stress levels you are.
Okay, but I did roll 2 ones on my original.
You only do 1. Only ever do
Okay.
1. Don't
Okay,
worry.
so
I'm
that's
not cruel to be like, now panic forever.
Yay! So that's also a 9.
A 9. Ooh. Remind me what you have, Captain Silver, on you.
Well, I lost my signature item already.
Yeah,
so...
I've already taken that beautiful, delicious thing from you.
So I have my wrist locator transponder, shoulder mounted lamp, pulse rifle, armor, grenade launcher, pistol, combat knife.
You know what I'm gonna get rid because I can see it on the tiny items here as well. Your shoulder mounted lamp doesn't work. It sort of flickers and breaks.
I also have those things. I just didn't read them on my.
No,
character
it's
sheet.
fine. Well, I like taking different things from different people.
Okay. Just
So
wanted to
don't
let you
worry
know.
about
You could
Yeah,
also
oh.
hurt me in other ways.
No, I think I've made my decision of that knife being just without a reach. But
it's so bloody it slipped.
Yeah, yeah. You look like Arnold Schwarzenegger just now out of Predator. So you're covered in the mud, but it's actually blood. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, your lamp flickers on and off, Captain Silver. It becomes useless.
All right.
It's maybe what you fell on.
Yeah.
Yes, it could have been your leg.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, but just standing here, the sort of the indecision of what to do next, and listening to the quietness. Yeah, Captain Silver, you're like, the freezing cold air really gets into your lungs and stuff, and you're like, you can't stay out here for much longer. You need to make a choice.
We should go to the dropship.
Understood.
I'll
Are we
contact
blowing
Major
this place
Happy.
up?
Please tell me yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Calling
have
in-
to.
Calling in the dropship.
Yeah.
Hammer. I need you to make for me a wits observation check.
Fuck my life. That's 3 1s. That's not my stress dice.
Oh, what are you doing to me?
So it's 1 success and 1 panic.
All right, let's do the panic quickly then.
Yes, a 10.
This makes sense.
Okay.
You hear, you're like, yeah, we need to drop ship. Like, let's just get rid of this. Whatever it is done. As you turn to leave, you freeze in place. As you hear sobbing coming from the darkness. It sounds like a woman. Sounds like an adult. There's definitely crying. Somebody is alive in this building. Also, your stress level goes up, as does everyone around you.
Okay.
That tracks.
So Hammer's the only one who hears this.
You hear it, but the way you stiffen, everyone else is like instantly looking to you because you are, as you turn around, you're in that same position as the insurgent was before they got pulled through the skylight.
I think Hammer slowly turns around to like look where it's coming from. And then Hammer will turn back to Silva and say, Captain, someone's alive down there.
Dang it. Okay. Okay. How alive do they sound?
We're triaging the
How
How helpless do they sound? It's as you're sort of like, you maybe Hammer, you're sort of like, listen, you can hear it. There's definite crying, sobbing of someone you think close to the skylight.
I hate that you're doing this to me, and I hate that I'm gonna do it, is because Hammer's gonna turn on the lamp and look in.
Let's go.
Okay. So yeah, you look in. You can see what looks to be like a landing. There seems to be like, how do I describe this landing? It seems very empty. The first thing you notice is that your light shines upon the boots of what was an insurgent. They are clearly quite dead. They are sort of over the curtain rail of some stairs going down. So you can see they're just like as almost as if they've been flung, and there's like definitely not moving. The sound, though, you maybe have it the quickest of look. You'll tell me if I go too far. Obviously, you don't put your head all the way in, but you look through the angles as much as you can, and you can see the ending of the landings, and you can sense that there's nothing else on the landing. You can see the stairs starting to go down, and a very, very dim light at the bottom of the stairs. But underneath you, you can make out there are two doorways. The skylight sort of over doorways, one to your left and one a little bit further down to your right. The one to your left, the door is shut. The one to your right, the door is also shut, but the door frame looks a little bit battered, a little bit cracked. And actually, you know what? I completely forgot about that other insurgent that got pulled through skylight. Their blood goes down and goes into the room as you're looking down onto your right, but the door is shut. Like their big sort of triangulating with that success where the crying is coming from. It sounds like it's coming from your left. It sounds like it's coming from the room to your left.
So the shut door.
Both doors are shut. One has a
the
blood trail.
non-battered door.
The non-battered, non-blood-stained door.
I can't tell if they're injured, but they're very nearby.
Kaplan will
Captain.
pull out the motion tracker.
Captain, if I may, we were going to just, storm this place to begin with. Do we need to go after them?
Chaplain, if you're doing a motion tracker check, please roll me the power supply roll.
Good.
One success. One success. Oh, okay.
Oh, there's no
Sorry,
ones.
no ones. Yeah. Here's the funny thing about motion trackers: they only track if things are moving.
Mhm.
Nothing below you is moving. But you have it, so it's good to know if anything does start to move.
Yeah.
But currently,
This
nothing moving.
lady be more animated in her grief. No, okay.
Oh!
Yeah, shoulder shaking something. Come on.
No,
Show some
no, it's fine.
feeling.
Crawling on the ground.
If there is an easy means of getting this person and getting out, they may have information about what's going on. We can judge then, perhaps, what to do.
I'll get closer to where Hammer is and try to listen. Does that sound like Wojciech?
You can't tell. I will say this: you've never met any of the Marines, but it does.
You said
sound
it's a
like,
woman.
I did say it sounds feminine.
Okay.
I'll put it like that because again, I don't want to ascribe gender to folks, but it sounds feminine. It sounds like an adult as well. Just want to clarify that in case you're like, it's a small child. It's not. It definitely sounds adult. Adult. A grown person is crying in a room down the corridor.
Is there anything around, like a handy dandy rope or anything that we could use to lower someone down and then bring them back up again without having to like find another exit?
I'd say there's no rope, but there's a handy ladder that the insurgents use to get up. It seems to be
Lovely.
like nailed to the wall. So
Perfect.
someone could go down the ladder into the darkness.
My shoulder light went out, so.
Oh no!
I mean, I think I know who it's gonna be.
If we don't want to send one person, I don't mind going down and covering fire with the incinerator unit. You can focus on acquiring her. I'll watch her back.
And if they need medical aid, just radio and I'll drop down.
Yeah. Ideally, it would be good to try and get them up to you.
Right.
If we're able to carry them.
But if we can't move, then radio.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right.
Okay.
Who's going down into the compound? Hammer
Yeah, and I'm going down behind.
and Mason. Captain Silver, are you staying up with Chaplain or are you going behind?
I'll stay up with Chaplain to provide cover in case anything shows up
Sure.
up here.
Sounds good. All right. I assume Hammer first. I love how your cats are like freaking the heck out in the background.
Something at that
My
window.
cat
Yeah.
is just losing her mind right now.
Before Hammer goes down, can I just like look down and give a wee blast of flame just in case anything is there and needs
Sure. Sure. You're gonna incinerate this terrible, scary landing.
Yes. Just in case there's something lurking, because I feel like they've probably learned the hard way about just jumping down into a corridor and assuming because the floor is clear that the roof is also clear. So
I get that.
Yeah.
I guess my question, because this is
Because the ladder would.
well, no, not necessarily that. It's more, what because obviously it's quite a big burst as well, right? You can see there is
Yes.
carpets. There's also a body across from you as well. So what is it like? You're not setting the place on fire, I assume.
it's
yet.
not. It's not yet. Not setting fire to walls or floor. It's more into just the immediate air below. So it'd be like a short one, just as a warning shot, shall we say?
Well, let's do this. So yeah, let's do. So we're not going to take it. We're not going to do any damage. I want you to do me an agility range for combat. So here's the other thing I'm going to introduce right now because I've been forgetting to do it, and it's quite fun. So you'll notice that your character sheets, they don't have as many like how many rounds, like how many bullets you have left in your gun.
Yeah,
that's done deliberately because it's boring counting up how much ammunition you've got, etc. Here's the thing though. If you roll a 1 on your agility combat check with a weapon, not only does it, you obviously panic and stuff, but also your gun runs out of bullets, and you need to reload it.
Okay.
So this is the thing: is that every time you shoot, you may hit, but if you can miss as well. But if you roll a 1, you lose. You don't hit, or you run out of bullets, and then you need to use your next action to reload if you've got a reload. So that's what just thought I'd mention that now, because I don't know how many reloads of that fire weapon you have.
Yeah, I've only used it the once, thankfully. So
Yeah, and
we
you
should
used it
be-
successfully as well. This
Yeah,
is what I'm
yeah.
saying. It's like it's supposed to be narrative. Like you only run out of bullets when it's dramatically appropriate. That's the whole
Yes,
point behind it.
yes.
So I just wanted to make that clear, because I'm going to try and remember that rule, because I think it's quite fun.
Okay.
So you still want to do it, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I think just instead of sending Hammer down there blindly, maybe just
No, I think that's good. So I basically, we're not going to roll any damage or anything like that. You're doing it carefully.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be agility, range combat, but just don't get a 1 on any stress dice. That's what I wanted to make clear.
Oh my god. All right. That's okay. 3 successes. And there is 2 ones there, but thankfully not.
Jeez, don't do that.
They're on the black.
Cool. So yeah,
because that would have been real bad too.
yeah, he's like, oh no.
No ammo
yeah.
and also panic. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it combines, doesn't it? So yeah, you do a quick and the heat, you feel it as well. Like it's a very small window, so you're trying to be careful not to get the blast back from the heat.
Yeah,
as well from
just
the top.
a
Yeah,
short
and
sweep.
it lights up the corner. You see what Hammer was seeing as well. Like you'll have your own torch on as well, but yeah, it lights up, and horrifically, sorry, the shadows obviously dance with the light as well, and you're like over the stairs, the little rods, like almost like totem poles, and you're like, but yeah, you have successfully scorched the landing.
Yes.
Nothing seems to have appeared. You gave it like 30 seconds as well.
Yeah. Just to hear any scuttling that might happen afterwards.
What I would say though is that the crying stops immediately. But that's it.
Okay.
Nothing's scampering on the motion tracker, eh?
You
Nothing
like
running
you're
away in
glued to this.
fear.
You're glued to this Nintendo Switch. Like what is going on? Nothing moves.
Okay.
Chaplin's an iPad kid.
Yeah.
I was an
stand back
iPad
up.
as a baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'll step back and kind of give Hammer room. Be like, I think we're clear.
All right.
Got it.
And Hammer slowly descends. And it's very quick, like literally a second, and your feet place on the carpet. Instantly, like you like squelch a little bit, as obviously there's the blood. And you see it, you see it for sure now, this horrible sticky, it's so fresh, going off towards, now when you're looking at it, if you're stood facing the stairs off to the right, and you see a door that is shut, that is the door frame's a bit mangled, but you know that the crying came from your left. Maybe you move a little bit out of the way to get Mason down as well.
Yeah, move enough to make room, and then slowly start to move towards the door.
On your left?
The one where the crying came from, the left.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you get that.
Have a listen.
Have a listen. I'm not going to make you roll for it, because you definitely hear like someone trying not to cry and is holding, like you can hear them because they're quite close to the door. But even in the quietness of this place, and it feels deafening at this point. There is nothing there. And as you are making your way towards the door, you can see the stairs as it sort of goes down. There's like a dim, like I said, that dim light before. It's almost like flickering slightly, but it's like a lamplight, as if it's been overturned or something at the bottom of the stairs.
And Hammer is just gonna slowly open the door, very, very, very slowly, trying not to spook whoever is in there. I mean, they're spooked, but like,
absolutely
not make it worse.
You open it into what looks like it was a guest bedroom, and you can see that the room itself has been quite overturned. There is like a bed with all the sort of all these sort of linens and stuff like that have been not torn up, but definitely moved about. A dresser has been clearly smashed as well. And in the corner, you can see next to a radiator that sort of has tied up their mouth, sort of gagged, looks to be the frightened face of Wright, one of the missing Marines. And their eyes are like looking at you, their big wide eyes. You can see she has clearly been crying. Yeah, and she sees you're doing that, and she's
Hammer will just hold up a hand, like, stay still. And shit, she doesn't have her knife.
I'll have.
well, it's on the floor of the landing, so you would have. I would have said you would have.
I can pick up the knife again.
Nice.
Yeah. I was just trying to get you down there. That's all. Yeah. So I was like, oh no, the knife has disappeared.
Oh no.
It's weirdly gone in that blood stain all the way to the door.
What?
She looks like she's been bound quite tightly, but the bindings are bits of the linen from the bed.
Okay.
Gagged as well. Yeah.
Ceiling check. Everything check out and fine here. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no hole or.
You're like, not like last time.
Just a vent right above Hammer.
Yeah. It's the jump scare from the first movie.
Yeah, it was like, it's happened again. Doesn't seem to be. The ceiling seems to be intact.
Cool. I'm gonna trust Hammer to deal with this situation, so I'm gonna turn with my back to them so that I'm facing out at the corridor. Consider a unit at the ready, so I'm watching their back.
Yeah,
quite literally.
What are you doing, Hammer?
Hammer is going to take out their knife and try and cut the bindings. She's gonna leave Wright gagged, but she's gonna cut the bindings.
Yeah, easy enough. And you can see like she's holding her wrists a little bit, and she's like sort of like looking at you, and she'll, if you don't move away, she will like grab your, like not hurt, like instead of is looking at you, and sort of like is sort of motions to the room along the corridor.
I'll just nod like I know.
So it sort of goes and it sort of like indicates to the thing to remove it. Like if she's able to. Do you give her the confirmation too?
Just I'll whisper very like, stay quiet.
And you remove the gang. She goes, you have to help me. There's something inside of me. You have to help me. You have to help me. I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm such a fucking idiot.
Low pan.
Yeah. She said, you have to help me. You have to help me. I'm Corporal Wright. I have been taken.
I know who you are.
Right. You have to understand. That I didn't want any part in this. And that fucking Colonel Myers. I can't believe it. They had us face fucked at the fucking facility.
Calm down.
Quiet. Right.
There is something inside of me. There's something.
If we go upstairs, we have someone who can do a medical scan. We can assess the current situation and we can get you help, but you need to be quiet and we need to leave now.
No, you have to help me. Wojciech is in the other room. She's the one that got us here. She said the inoculation wasn't working. The Draconis inoculation wasn't going to work, so we had to come here, and they've taken her into the other room, and I don't know what's happening.
Okay, just climb up onto the roof. We'll handle it.
I need you to get this thing out of me.
Climb up onto the roof. You will handle it.
So, sort of, yeah.
I'm going to look at Hammer and hopefully just give you the expression of like, I am feeling so trigger happy right now with the thought.
Hammer is absolutely like clenching their knife, like so ready to just end this person's life, but choosing
upstairs now. Yeah. Let's go.
Anyway.
I love that shared moment of like, I get it. Yeah.
So if you can help me, I can help you. Look, I'm a sniper. I can help shoot things. I can please. I just need to get my weapons are downstairs. They locked them away.
You know what has happened downstairs. I'm assuming you heard the screaming.
She falls silent at that.
Go to the roof. We will handle it.
Okay. And we'll carefully, like,
Yeah.
go past Hammer
Mm-hmm.
and go past Roach,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll slowly go up the ladder. Captain Silver and Chaplain right appears like a jack-in-the-box out of the roof, but presumably
We can radio ahead.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
assume you do it quietly and you
Yeah.
Just package inbound.
Chaplain, she says
awaiting
there's
delivery.
something in her chest. Scan her. If it can't be removed, it's a problem.
Understood.
And
Hi
so she-
there. Here, you've got a unwelcome passenger. Come right here and I'll be able to help you.
help me in what way?
My name is Chaplain. I am a medic. I am trained in surgical techniques. I could hopefully get it right out of you right here. I have plenty of equipment with me.
Looks around at this barren rooftop. I need you, Chaplain, to do an opposed empathy manipulation check, because I gotta be honest, that's terrifying what you just said to her. I need to find her card very quickly.
Let me cut you open. It's fine.
Let me help you.
I
with
mean-
this.
In the snow.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Listen, if it's that or have it come, like, one's preferable to the other.
Exactly. I
Being
mean,
a
Hammer's got a
bitch.
knife. Hammer can do it.
I have two
Yeah, I think we're
successes.
both ready to assist this lady with her problem.
Sure.
Somehow, with 4 dice, I have 2 successes.
It's fine. She only had 1 empathy. She doesn't have anything else according to her sheet. But that makes sense because you can tell she normally is quite a stiff upper lip person, but she looks completely broken by what's happened to her. And she's sort of like, okay. And it will move away towards you, Chaplain. Captain Silver, I'm going to give you an opportunity to do something if you would like. Would you like to go join the folks downstairs, or are you going to stay with Wright and Chaplain?
I'm staying with Wright and Chaplain because if anything is unsuccessful, I know Chaplin's programming prevents them from causing harm, so I'll
Mhm.
do it.
Chaplain, you're going to do a quick medi scan. I think you can assess things, but you don't have the necessary equipment that you don't have like in the Sanroko thing. You weren't able to check certain things. You could get a sense of it, and I know you've got a medicine tick as well, so we can do a little bit of it there as well. But yeah, if you're going to check for what she's got, an empathy, a medical aid check for me, please.
Okay. And I do have a surgical kit and a med kit. I don't know how smart it would be to do field surgery, but is it at least possible?
I mean, anything is possible in Alien, but I think you're trying to get an assessment of what's happening
Right.
now.
Right.
I think you want to because you've done this. You've tried to do that assessment before, and you think you got the right diagnosis, and then Mason shot that person. So
Right.
you do have priors, so to speak.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know.
You don't know. She's clearly quite distressed. You can see that her heart rate is quite up. She's clearly been sweating, and you're looking at her a bit malnourished, perhaps a bit dehydrated as well. She is also shivering. She's not wearing the appropriate clothing for outdoors. You think again, like any of her equipment, any of her armor stuff will be stored elsewhere, probably been taken off her when she was picked up. But you can't tell. You need to have a proper sit down with her, possibly with some proper medical scanner, etc. But she looks frightened.
Barring what I will call an immediate self-evacuation of the thing, I think that it would be best to wait for a more robust medical facility, but I will help you. Why you are convinced that you're carrying something?
We got attacked. We were like looking after, guarding, escorting. We were doing some escorting for Colonel Myers. We had to get Project Life Force. We had to mothball it or something like that, and then we were taking it. And fucking Reese, he dropped one of the containers, and then these things came out, like horrible, like hand things. I don't know, and they just jumped at us. And the next thing I know, it was attached to my face. And then I wake up in a lab, and I'm getting an injection, and they said it was going to help us, and then Wojciech said it wasn't going to help us at all, and that we needed to get the fuck out of here, and that she had some contacts with the insurgents, and that they said that the UPP could help us, and I just fucking knew this wasn't going to work. I left. We were supposed to meet up at a bar and something, and I had an argument with her. And I said I fucking hated her. And I never wanted to see her again. I tried to get to the spaceport, and I got picked up by them. And then I heard them bring her in a couple of hours ago. They put her into the other room.
Do you know where the creature that is downstairs came from? Because
What
I
creature?
assumed.
What creature?
Never mind.
What are you talking about? What creature? Back on the landing. Hammer and Mason.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sup. You're on the landing. You see her go up. You can hear Chaplain talking away to her. Chaplain obviously doing the best bedside manner that one can in the circumstances. What are you doing?
Room has blood leading up to it. Someone got dragged down there. Don't think anything good is going to be in that room.
Our orders are to make sure that these Marines are dealt with. And if Wojciech is in that room, that's our orders.
Yep. Remember, no bullets with this thing, please.
What would you suggest I do? Stare at it?
Get out of the way. I can do what I can with the fire. But if you land a hit and you're successful, which great, good for you, but it could melt your face off, which slightly less than ideal.
Your doubts are noted. Hammer moves towards the door.
Some of
Rivals,
you may
rivals.
die.
Yeah.
But it's a chance I am willing to take. Yes,
Rose is just
absolutely.
like, you know what?
No. Hammer is built different.
Yeah,
Literally.
built different. I look
Literally.
forward to seeing it. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hammer, you're going up to the door.
Yes.
You can see that, yeah, the door frame seems damaged. It seems like, as you look at it, there are, like, you think, you judging from the blood, it seems like whatever got dragged in here was gripping onto the door frame before it splintered and went in, and the door is now shut. Your light, lovely shining on the door. Do you open it?
I listen first, but I assume since nothing's moving, I don't really hear anything.
Yeah, nothing's moved. Yeah, and I'd say as well, Chaplain, the only thing that's moved on your motion tracker is your colleagues going into a room, and then a third one suddenly appearing, and then it's that third one's going out, and yeah, you can judge that sort of out to one side and going. But yeah, doesn't seem to be any movement. And the only thing you can hear really is the sound of your breath, like hitting the door frame, and your heartbeats.
Hammer
Nice.
turns to make eye contact with Roach, gives a nod, like, ready.
Yeah.
And we'll open the door, slowly peek in.
Your light goes across a very dark room. You can see there's only sort of faint, there's a window across from you with very faint sort of planet light sort of coming in at this point. Very high set window. The room itself is quite dark. As you open the door, you can see in front of you there is a chair, a broken chair, which clearly had some loose ropes around it. And the chair was like looking towards the door, but it's clearly quite broken, as if something has broken out of it. The room itself, so that's sort of in front of you. You can see the sort of doorway, so the wall sort of keeps going for a little bit and then goes off to the side, so you know there is a corner of the room currently concealed to you right now. The blood, you follow it, it goes around the corner.
Of course it does.
There is also a steady hum, like very faint, like coming from the corner as well at this point.
A hum?
Like
A hum.
vocal hum or
No.
machine hum?
Machine hum. It sounds
Okay.
like if you could hear my computer laptop, it feels a little bit like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working really hard.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Yeah, it sounds like some sort of you think like a machinery device rather than like a Fiona hum, so to speak.
Yeah.
All right. Hammer will incline their head towards the corner that they can't see and move into the room, like with the intent to like clear it with Mason.
Mm-hmm.
You following, Mason?
I am. I'm gonna try. We're obviously it seems Hammer's gonna be forward focused in what they're doing, so I'm just gonna be checking around about and behind us,
Yeah.
and just making sure to keep the area safe.
Yep. You check the ceiling. You're fine.
Good. Yeah. Listen.
But always
Okay.
be watching. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So you both see it at the same time as you take the corner and look, giving you the most space, right? You sort of look into the alcove, and in the far corner, you see it looks like a pile of clothes, a pile of lots of clothes really. And then you recognize that there are things in the clothes. It's a pile of bodies, 6 bodies to be precise. They're very bloody, necks at odd angles. And curled up on top, slowly rising, hands up, is Sergeant Wojciech. Very pale, sweaty, on top of this pile of bodies. She is getting to her feet very slowly, and she's sort of looking at both of you. Her eyes look dark. A good 15 feet away from you. I need to get out of here. I need some relief. Hammer, I need you to roll for me a wits roll. Just wits as your attribute. No,
Just wits.
No wits and stress. No additional skill to it.
I can do that. That is 1 success and a panic.
Oh no.
Oh.
Let's do the panic roll, please.
No.
Valid.
It's a 10.
Justified, honestly. Yeah.
Even though you succeed from her enthralling gaze, you freeze in place. Because you see it now. There is something like, you know when you see someone and then you see their shadow a little bit behind them. There's something holding or sort of height. It's almost like a an afterburn after image. And you see down at her side a long rope-like tail, black segments. So you are frozen in place. Your stress level goes up, as does Mason's as well. Mason, you can see that this person is fully focusing on Hammer. And Hammer, unfortunately, you're not. You've succeeded in anything, but you're frozen in place currently.
Is this tail like she has a tail?
Can't see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Awesome. Because I imagine if this feels threatening and Mason isn't doing the old twitchy arm with a weapon like ready to go, I'll step out to the side, make sure my lamp is pointing at her.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, no turning back on this one.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing, Mason?
We're acting quick, and I think we've established the type of person that Mason is. Yeah, I'm going to attack. Yeah.
What are you doing?
This feels threatening. I mean, my hands are currently holding my incinerator unit, so rather than fussing to try and pick up a gun, I think I'll just go for that.
Do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Agility, range combat.
Yeah.
Please.
Is there, like I could say they're like freaking out in the way that they attack, but given the whole overkill nerves of steel thing, now I'm just like, oh, it's time to go. Agility, range combat. And then all of my stress. Oh, and my stress went up by one. I forgot that. Let's roll those 7 stress dice, yo. Okay. Okay. It was 3 successes, but also a 1 on my panic dice.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's roll that panic then. Because
Nerves of steel?
you have nerves of steel, but
yeah,
the incinerator, you go to do it. Well, obviously do the panic thing, but it goes empty.
Yeah.
You need to refill it.
We love to see it. Bullets it is then. So
I did the rule and it happened. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, down to a 9. It's a 9 for me.
9.
Yeah. Was going to be higher, but nerves of steel. Yay.
Nerves of steel, thank God.
Steel, yeah.
Your stress level increases by 1.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what item do I want you to drop?
I have my weapons. I can read my non-weapon items
read them
as
all.
well.
Read them all out because this is important.
Yeah. So we have a PDT wrist locator transponder, shoulder-mounted lamp. I've got my blessed and dear Never Sleep blister pack. My signature item, my pulse rifle, my grenade launcher, my service pistol, and the incinerator unit.
I think let's get rid of a signature item.
Okay.
I think you don't need that anymore.
Okay.
You drop. What's yours again? Was it a little melted?
It's a little melted colonial marine figure from the last time I dealt with these sons of bitches. Yeah.
So yeah, you fire off, and it lights the room like it catches. It catches. Because technically you succeeded, even though you dropped out at anything over a 10 would cancel it.
Yeah.
And Wojciech screeches. She starts to rip out tufts of her own hair. But it's not hair. She's starting to peel back what is left of her. You see her skull starting to bubble out the back of her head, elongating as something wet and black inside her splinters what remains of her jaw. She starts spitting bits of her teeth at you. The body is next. The bones sort of buckle and reform as something changes underneath impossibly elastic skin, rearranging itself. You realize now, Hammer, something was wearing Wojciech like a suit. Her screams shift from madness into something monstrous. The spinal cord that was now the tail has sort of gone down the leg as a black, bony, a bony black tail. Fluted tubes erupt from her back. At a point, her skin finally rends, revealing a smooth, cylindrical, skulled beast wearing a morbid mask of a woman's face. How this behemoth fitted inside her is beyond comprehension. The thing that was previously Wojciech sloughs off the flesh suit. Her nose slides down her now sable skull, her eyes tumbling to the floor, and in place, nothing. Voids where eyes should be, set in a metal mouth, skull face attached to a long, curved head. No longer human. The monster that was Wojciech can only be called alien. Both of your stress levels go up by 1. And I think we'll take a break there. I think that sounds good, right? Let's take a break. Thank you so much. Things are happening. So thank you so much. Thank you to Freely for sponsoring the stream. We'll be right back. A couple of messages. Make sure you hydrate. I think our team need a little bit of lie down.
I'm good.
I'm
Bye.
just gonna see you back in about 10 minutes or so. Thank you for the stream, and we'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to assume we're back. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to Alien Destroyer of Worlds, where there's a little bit of a pickle going on where the team split up again and they found an alien. Oh, roll credits, etc. So we have found our alien. We've found our missing marine Wojciech, or something that used to be. Was it the marine previously known as Wojciech? I need everyone, and I mean everyone, to roll initiative as we go into combat. So now, for those people who are joining us for the stream for the first time, initiative is just usually it's done by initiative cards 1 to 10. I'm just going to get, for ease, a D10 roll from everyone, and I'm just going to go from there. Everyone gets one roll of the D10, but of course, creatures, aliens, they get maybe get a couple more goes, and than our silly little, little Charlie team. But the one thing I need to do is make sure I write down initiatives, and it goes from lowest to highest. So let's start with those folks on the roof, shall we? Captain Silver, what is your what's your initiative for me, please?
10.
Oh no!
Don't mind me, I'll just be watching.
Right. What's that noise?
Delegating, you're delegating. It's fine. Yeah, your
Oh.
squad are doing the thing.
Chaplain.
I got a 6.
A 6. Okay. And then we'll move to the call is coming from inside the room. Let's go with Hammer first. What did you roll?
5.
A 5 for Hammer. And then Roach.
I also got a 5.
Excellent. So you can both
Ooh.
work it out together, I'd
Yeah.
say. So. Best
Continue the theme of we're basically the same person, but that's why we
God
don't like each other.
Damn it.
Absolute copycats.
Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely not. We are very different people. It's so obvious.
Yeah.
It's so obvious. We're so different.
Yeah, I wear my sleeves.
I love that we've established that Hammer's just been like sleepless this entire time.
Yeah.
So
An icy wasteland of a moon? Nah, it's fine.
Yeah. These guns
red
can't be
hot.
contained.
So we go into the first round of combat, and up with a 3. Wojciech goes first. Now, something I like to do on streams is that I don't like rolling dice, because that makes me responsible for my actions. Could I get Captain Silver? Can I ask you to roll for me a 1d6?
Yeah, happy to. That's a 4.
Where? Am I looking in the wrong book? No, I'm looking in exactly the book I need to. Here we go. 4. Interesting. I'm going to roll a d6 very quickly. Evens, Hammer, odds, Mason. Odds. You don't know how it happens, Mason, but you think maybe the fire drew it to you. The xenomorph's tail slices across, like it's almost quick. She suddenly is just in front of you. This blackness, this void. The tail whips across your abdomen. This is eviscerate. The attack is rolled with 10 base dice, damage 1. If it causes any damage, it will cause a critical injury 45. So let's roll some. I roll some dice. Oh look, they're still in the little doggy baggie. Oh, I'll just get them out. So is it 10?
My armor dice at the ready.
The tail cuts through, like it hits into your armor. Currently, with 10 base damage, 10 dice. I only scored. I only scored 1 success. So let's roll your armor for me, please. So
Anything that comes out of 6s on this would soak something.
It will negate 1 point for 1 point.
1 point of okay.
You've got 6 dice, I think.
I
right?
do, yeah. Yeah, I got one. Just the
What
one,
happened?
but I think it's a lot worse.
I'll double check what that critical injury was. Was it 45? I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got a 6 at least.
45 would have been a bleeding gut is what you would have had. 1 point of damage for every roll for mobility and close combat. You are lucky. Whatever it is, you see it the way it's that you sort of react. You're suddenly back on that mission, and you're just like, no, and you look down where you were seconds ago. This tail swiped it like a clean knife. It is cut into your armor. No damage to your armor, I would say, but it's clean. This would have taken your gut straight out. Next up is either Hammer or Roach. I will let you two decide between you who would like to go next.
Would you like me to go first since you're bleeding out? Or not bleeding out, but
I
almost?
would, yeah. I would think that sudden attack might have my reaction time just
Slightly less. Okay.
Yeah.
Hammer's gonna ignoring Roach's suggestion earlier, is gonna use the smart gun and shoot this thing.
Yeah, excellent work. So that is, are you using auto fire or anything like that, or are you just going straight in for the
I believe there's armor piercing.
It is armor piercing, which is good. So yes, that means that if it comes into contact with any armor, it halves it essentially. So
Okay.
so there's that. So it will be a agility ranged weapon plus your stress. Now I'm going to ask the question: are you aiming, or are you for the auto or anything like that?
I'll aim. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll take away that other action you have. So that's a +2 to your base die. So how many dice are you rolling in total?
Okay, you said it's agility, range combat.
Mm-hmm. So you will have for your whole thing. So this is a lot of complicated things, I know. So your base die, so agility, range combat.
Okay.
+2 for your aiming.
Mm-hmm.
If your gun gives any bonus, we'll also give that
+3.
as well. Yep. So add that on it too. We'll roll those first.
Okay, that's
As well.
13 dice.
Yep.
We're Marines, yo.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh.
There's 2 successes. Okay, that's not bad.
2 successes currently.
Yes.
I now need you to roll your stress.
Which I'm at 9.
All I heard was lots of clicking of dice.
Yeah, I don't have enough dice for this. So
No, I love it. No, I love it. I love it. Like, all right, roll your stress.
There's a 1. Yeah, and another success.
Another success. Okay, so you're on 3
3
successes. Now, but you did roll a 1.
Yes.
Let's see if we trigger overkill.
This is 13.
A 13. So
I'm gonna trigger overkill.
you're gonna trigger overkill. I will tell
Absolutely.
you what you would have done. Let's say like, what could have happened. You see this creature going towards Mason. It sort of yes, I agree. That's the sound Mason is making as this creature is bearing down on it. And you, if you did not trigger overkill, you would flee. You would run from this room. I will read up what it says. You can't take it anymore. You simply must flee to a safe space and refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone and won't attempt anything dangerous. You are not allowed to make a retreat roll. Ignore that for a second. If you have the enemy, your stress level though is decreased by 1, but everyone else who sees you must make an immediate panic check. But you're not doing that. You're doing overkill. So describe to me what this does. This talent does.
I'll just read it. It says, you don't run and hide when the going gets tough. Instead of panicking in the face of mortal danger, you can turn your fear into aggression and use it as a weapon against your enemy. You can trigger the overkill effect when you make a panic roll.
Exactly. And then, I mean, I'll tell you the other bits of overkill effect when it comes up on my game. Because I believe you just keep attacking. Instead of panicking, see page 70. Sorry, I need to get this up as well. So I've got it.
I think you just keep going until either you're broken or they're broken.
But I want to make sure that because you're triggering the effect if you attack now. This is what I'm trying to make sure you get, because you did a very successful panic check as well. I'm looking in the wrong book. That's not helpful. 1 second, get the alien RPG up. Overkill, page 17. Talents. Look. That's not it at all. Grr. All right, this is important. I have to get it right for you, so I don't want you to lose anything out from it. Panic. Combat. Station.
I'm just hoping I do something to this thing.
Well, that's it. I want to make sure you get it. That's the thing. I don't want you to feel like I am taking things from you because in your panic. There we go.
It was nice knowing you guys.
No. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. I'm it would be great if I'm actually doing this on purpose, like that's
just to build that stress as we're sitting here. Like...
Yeah, lol. Like, oh yeah, I'm actually not looking up the actual book, Here we go. Overkill. So the overkill talent, as you said, replaces the effects of a panic roll of 11 or higher by the overkill. When triggering overkill, you must immediately attack your enemies, and you won't stop until you or all the enemies in sight are broken. Also, here's the thing. Also, other PCs in short range of you must make an immediate panic roll. So you let her rip. So so you did 3 successes in total. So what's the damage on your thing on the first attack from your gun? 3. So it's 3, and then you've got 2 other successes which you can use as stunts. I would suggest adding 1 more point of damage to it, so that'll be 5 total. Cool.
Oh wait, no, I'm not rolling all the dice.
So you are and you will not be able to do anything else other than shoot this creature from now on. Now, I have to roll some dice. But as you said, it's armor piercing. So, let me make sure. How much armor am I rolling? Okay.
Between that tail going for them and then now you doing this, it's just panic.
All right, it reduces it by 1, but 4 points go through this creature, and it hits that it hits it because it's so close to Roach. Like it probably goes for like a jaw or something like that. Some of it bounces off, but as it does, and it makes the damage, the acid splash comes into effect. So I need to roll. So yeah, as you hit, it goes for it sort of explodes out. Acid splash level is 10.
Sorry, what?
10 dice.
10?
Yeah, we don't want the acid.
You are lucky. I'm rolling really poorly. It's 1 acid damage to you, Roach, I would say. You can use your armor rating again, but note that if anything soaks up, point for point, your armor rating
will be reduced by 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I also rolled my panic roll. I'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Maybe the acid triggers whatever happens with this number.
Absolutely.
Just 1 6.
You got 1 success, so yeah, so you dodge out the way. I only rolled 1 6 for the acid as well.
Okay.
I've been rolling poorly, but it's only a matter of time. Yes, so you managed to step aside, and as the sort of acid flings from the well hit onto what was voice check, it again hits like this. It hits like a bit of the alcove, maybe onto the floor, and you can see it sizzling in the light. That is your turn, Hammer. Unfortunately, you cannot do anything else because you are focused on this creature. You are in overkill. Next up, though, is Mason.
Well, I rolled my panic because I think
Oh,
I
yes, of
panic, right?
course.
Because
Gosh,
of
yes. Mhm.
so I don't
Yeah.
know what this is gonna do. So I got 13, which reduces to a whopping 11 because of Nerves of Steel.
Of course.
11 doesn't feel like Nerves of Steel, but we out
Uh,
here doing our best.
So, you must seek cover. You must use your next action to move
That
away from
tracks.
danger and find
Okay.
a safe spot if possible. You are allowed to make a retreat roll. That's fine. The creature, it is engaged with you, so you would need to do that. We'll do that in a second.
Okay.
Your stress level, though, decreases by 1.
Oh,
But the stress level of all friendly NPCs, or PCs, sorry, increases by 1. After 1 round, you can act normally. So on your next turn, you will not be fleeing anymore.
okay. So with it being my turn, I now have to take my action to retreat.
Yes, a retreat
Okay.
roll. Let me just double check, because I think I have to do stuff as well.
Okay.
And then Hammer's stress increases by 1.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, I'm at max stress.
You
Let's
are.
go.
Let's go.
Unfortunately, nothing mechanically happens, but it's just panicking is pretty bad, essentially. Cool. Let me just double check. This is the what was I? It was in a retreat, right? That's what I was saying.
I'd run away with acid too, to be honest. I feel like that's
Retreating 59. Yeah, you are like you are getting sort of flashbacks, I think. So retreat. If you must make a mobility roll. Wait, so agility mobility.
agility mobility.
If you fail, you move, but the enemy gets a free close combat attack on
Ooh, cha.
you.
Okay. So that's that. I'm assuming I add my stress to this roll as well.
Yep. It's agility mobility.
6, 7, 8. So 8 now. 6, 8. Okay. We have 3 successes and a panic dice.
Oh.
I am panicking.
All right, roll the d6.
Okay. Okay. 10, so down to 8.
Okay. So that would be a tremble, but remember that you only change your thing if it's higher than it previously is. So you succeed.
I succeed. I'm
manage
running.
just to get out of the way. Yeah, because you don't cancel your effect. So
Yeah.
you go. Where are you going?
Like, safe for me is up the way.
Yep.
I don't know if I have enough
I would say you're able to
get
up. You are able
Okay.
to get up onto the roof. I mean,
Scrambling out.
you're getting the heck out of there, right? That totally makes sense. But that is your full turn.
Yeah. And just thematically for some cinematic, I know that I didn't take any acid damage, but I imagine there's some sizzling coming off of me where it did hit.
I think maybe a little bit of your hat, perhaps.
Yeah. The fur is gone, and it's just, and I'm panicked.
You're out of there, and Hammer, you're just like there with the guard.
I'm sorry.
Next up is Chaplain. I have Chaplain down on my list. I think everyone on the roof would hear what's going on. There's definitely been gunfire, and suddenly Mason has just horribly a worse Jack-in-the-Box than Right has come up at this point.
Scrambling, no grace.
And I also would have seen a lot of this on the.
It headed off, but I think you were. I would say because we were sort of focusing on them. You were sort of talking to Right at this point, and so maybe you were distracted just because
Right
was on.
Right. Okay.
So you would be aware that there is a creature or another body moving in that room with Hammer.
Right.
And we've seen acid before, correct? Back at the ranger station.
Yes.
No, yeah, ranger station. That's what it's called.
You would all be aware of it, yeah. You certainly, Chaplain, because you got the full brunt of that creature.
I hate this decision, but it is the decision that feels correct in this moment. I would say that this whole time, Chaplain has been looking very conflicted, looking like they're something you said in the first episode of always thinking of a million things at once, a million possibilities at once, and when the screams and the bullets start going off, something hardens in Chaplin's face, and he says in a very gruff, not typical Chaplin voice, "No witnesses," and turns full auto fire on Wright.
Okay.
You've gone
Brilliant.
full roach mode.
Yeah.
Roll agility, no, mobility, range combat, please, with
Okay.
stress.
What's stress?
Oh, sorry, you're right. I will say, as I've already described, she doesn't have any weapons. She doesn't have any armor.
Yeah. So that's +1 for the pulse rifle and +2 for the full auto.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Well, so what I'd say, well, here's the interesting thing. So obviously you're shooting presumably at Wright. Are you
Yeah.
shooting at anyone else?
No.
So I would say if you're not, because a fully auto is definitely better for multiple targets. So I was wondering, interesting if you were going to shoot Captain Silver.
No.
So you're just aiming at this person. So I'd say what you
Right.
could do instead is
Aim instead. Okay.
I would recommend that because there's
Okay.
no other benefits for you to do that. So yeah.
Okay. Solid.
So yeah. Agility, mobility, ranged combat +2 for aiming.
I have 2 successes.
Yeah, I mean she has no armor, so
Yeah.
you just straight in the chest. She falls over, completely dead. Didn't even have time to react. You can see her face was frozen in fear at seeing Mason coming up, and the sound. You could see she was getting ready to run. Next up, back downstairs. The creature gets another go. Chaplin, as you're so good at just killing things, did you roll me a d6?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
You seem
I don't
good
know
at it.
what this means. That's a 6. I don't know if that's good or bad. Probably not good. Oh no. I'm so sorry.
A different book?
Oh,
Fiona got a different book.
I'm so sorry.
Murder besties.
No.
The creature known as Wojciech. Her jaws open to you, Hammer. And you see inside deadly inner jaws, ready to strike out like a piston. This is Headbite. I'm going to roll 9 base die, which we know I'm not necessarily good at this. The damage is to, if it causes any damage, it automatically inflicts the critical injury 65, which kills the victim in one dreadful blow and triggers an immediate panic roll for any friendly NPCs in short range. I mean, all your friends have left you, unfortunately, Hammer. So, I'm going to roll 9 base die. I'm going to do it on a flat surface. I'm going to do it one at a time as well. I rolled 1 success. Hammer, what do you do in your last moments?
I mean, Hammer is
Armor
triggered.
can't help with this?
Nope. Headbite. Hammer is triggered overkill, so I think she's fighting until the very end. Just
What was
constantly trying.
What was your signature item? Do you remember?
It was like a little hand grip trainer.
Yeah. You were born for this. You dealt with the enemy. And you are doing so to the bitter end. and this creature looms over you, and you shoot, and you shoot, and you shoot. But it's not enough. The acid flies all over this room. It sizzles on the computer behind the pile of bodies. It burns the walls, the ceilings, burns your own clothing, and the jaws come down. And we fade to black for Hammer. Next up is Captain Silver.
That's so great.
The gunfire stops.
I say over the transponder, Hammer.
There
Um,
is a scream as something starts to move. You see it shifting on the motion tracker. Whatever it was, Hammer is not on the motion tracker, but something else is.
I'm calling the drop ship.
Okay. Ooh. Let's do a wits com check to see if you can get a successful connection.
Okay.
So, wits com check. Stress. It's all fun
Yes.
and games until you lose your head.
So that's one success, but let me roll stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, two ones on stress.
Let's do that panic check.
That's a 13.
I mean, it makes sense. You're fleeing as well. You're desperately trying to call, but your calls are not getting you are. So I would say, like, it makes sense that you just heard your colleague die.
Yeah,
all of you have.
so you, buddy.
You must flee to a safe space and refuse to leave it. You won't attack. Yeah, all of a sudden, your stress decreases by 1.
Oh, great! I'm almost at max.
Everyone else goes up by 1.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I lied. Sorry, take that back, Roach. You must make an immediate panic roll.
Yeah, they're in a bad way.
Yeah.
Mentally. Okay.
What I'd say, Captain Silver, just to finish, so you are probably going to get to the edge of the roof, perhaps, because you can't go back down there. You know there's something down there, so you probably get to the roof. Desperately trying to call. Unfortunately, that will be your action to try and call. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, all good.
That's another 8. There's a 10 minus 2.
Okay, so yeah, so it doesn't. You are like, you're just basically you're trying to breathe.
I think they might be like hyperventilating a little bit.
You are hyperventilating. You can see. I mean, you've come up and you've seen Chaplin shoot someone, and you see Captain Silver running away from you. So, which makes sense. Top of the round, it's the creature. Let's say Hammer. I'm going to give this honor to you now. Roll a d6 for me, please.
Blood's better die. Let's go.
Yeah. All the fun.
It's a 2.
Okay. Not that any of you see it. This creature, the not boy check, it's clearly doing something in the room downstairs. It is throwing what sounds like a body around the room, and maybe if anyone was to look down, you see a body shoot. Not necessarily Hammers, could be someone from the pile of bodies, I'll say, just for clarity, because I don't want to take that agency away. Hits the rail and cartwheels over and hits the stairs. Next up is, unfortunately, just Roach, because Hammer is no longer with us. What do? You stop. Seek. You take a breath. You are back to your normal. You're back to being on the roof, knowing that you almost died.
Yeah. So I see our captain running to the edge of the roof.
Like this, yeah, I would say so. Not jumping off the roof or
Yeah,
anything like
yeah,
that, but
but
it's
like
moving away from where you come from.
evacuating.
Yes.
And Chaplin shot the person, which the shooting the person, Mason wouldn't mind. They understand we've been given strict orders, and they know better than anyone you cannot take risks with people with things in their chests. But the implication is there with an android doing it.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over, probably gonna take the hat off, given that it's sizzling.
Yeah,
and
there's
just
a big
throw,
hole in it now. Yeah.
yeah, throw it to the side and go up and just very intense eyes into Chaplin's. Are we leaving?
I want to destroy that thing.
The dropship's the best choice.
Yeah. Rain missiles down.
So I don't know if that is slow or fast action. Maybe it was fast action, but
I think I'm a fan of keeping talk because you kept it quite short
yeah,
and simple.
because it was
That's
short and
fine, free.
simple.
Yeah.
I'm gonna my plan is to move to the edge with the captain, but I'm gonna be in line with Chaplin the whole way. I'm not gonna move until they've moved.
All right. Cool. There's no such thing as readying actions here, but I
Yeah,
just assume that
it's
anything.
just thematically. Yeah. So
I
they're
understand.
moving, but they don't plan on running ahead of Chaplin. So I'll yeah.
I understand. Yeah, you're trying to look for a safe way down.
Yeah. And I'll
That's
do cover fire. So I guess I'll just be turning around to watch
Yeah.
that hole in the ground.
Whatever comes, absolutely. Well, next up is Chaplin.
Chaplin has a very blank look on their face. And I guess we're finding a way down, you said?
So it looks like Captain Silver and Mason are towards the edge. Captain Silver was quite panicky getting towards the edge, I would say. Presumably looking for a way down. They didn't want to go down the skylight because that's where the bad stuff
Right.
is.
Right.
So that's where they currently are. They're the furthest way back. And you are in between them and the skylight and the body of Reese and the transmitter.
I'll try to find a way down.
With them.
With them, yes. Not through the skylight.
I think for ease, because I don't want you to roll unnecessarily for this, you can pinpoint a way. There's maybe an emergency ladder, perhaps, that can come, because it makes sense. It's a 2-story building. So you can find one and you activate it and it sort of goes down on that point. But not before the alien gets another go. Let's see, who's not rolled? I think Mason's not rolled, right? For that. Can you roll for me a d6?
3.
Roll my dice. Okay.
Where's Iona when you need her?
Safely in the back of the car. Meanwhile, outside of the compound, I've really done this 3-point turn. Like, mwah, great, good, God, all great. Nothing ever bad happens to me. Okay. This creature pulls itself through the skyline, and you see it. Captain Silver, you're seeing it for the first time. Your stress level goes up by 1.
That's wonderful. I'm at max.
Super duper. I'm gonna say it doesn't do this attack because it's moved into this position. But you could see, all of you, the fangs, the inner shark mouth, essentially, is dripping horribly, and you can see as it drips. You know, like how cats drool. It's
Mhm.
like that, but the acid is melting the snow all around the thing, and it looks hungry. Captain Silver. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use my fast action to call Iona.
Yep.
And say, be ready to go now.
Oh, Captain, hi. What?
And, and then I'm gonna shoot at the alien.
Oh, you're shooting at the alien. Well, you can either shoot at the alien or there is a ladder down. I'll give you the. You don't do one or the other.
Oh, gosh, I'm not leaving who's left here. So I'm gonna
Look.
try to provide cover. And I'm just saying, get out now. And yeah, how close is the alien though?
It's near the skylight. You've a third is away you can be from it.
Okay.
But it's now on the roof of you.
Yeah,
So-
but like if I shot it now, acid.
No one is engaged. in
Okay.
it. So you could easily shoot it, and nobody is in range of it. What I will say is that you're the only one shooting at it, and its turn is next. This goes to the top of the initiative, so it will go for you. So it's up to you. I want to give you this choice because I don't want to, because you're like I'm covering, and it totally makes sense as a captain that you would do that and want your team to leave. But I'm gonna give you this clue that it will go for you no matter what the role is that I roll or the team rolls. So up to you. Does Captain Silver live another day?
Well, I'm thinking that if I get out of the way, it's going to go for Chaplin, who knows the most about this mission of getting rid of them, or Roach, who I would really like for Roach to be able to live up to their nickname another day.
I think anything, right? Either you shoot at it, it goes for you, or you leave and it has a choice between Chaplin or Roach.
Right.
That is a decision you have to make.
And both of them I feel like are a lot more important. So I think thinking of the choices presented to me by Wayland Yutani, and the mission ending, I think if she can, just say to just send a quick message to Major Hatfield and say mission failed, and then I'm gonna start shooting at the.
Let's do it.
Xenomorph.
Let's shoot. Absolutely. All right. It's agility, range combat, stress. I would say because I love that what you did. Those are going to be free actions as well. I want you to aim at this creature as
Okay.
well. So that's going to be a +2 base dice.
Only one success on there. Do successes on stress die count, or have I been?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, Captain
I've
Silver,
been doing it.
Captain Silver. Don't worry, we'll fix this. We'll fix this somehow. Hammer comes back to life through the power of your stress sixes.
There are so many stress sixes that I've gotten that I thought didn't count.
I'm so sorry. I'll make
No,
this
it's
clear.
okay.
No, but I will say any 6 you rolled, no matter what it is, it's fine. The bad thing is rolling a 1 on your stress dice. Oh, I'm so sorry I did not make that
It's
clearer.
okay.
Oh no, but you.
That is so funny. Okay.
Oh gosh. poor
Okay,
you.
so that's 4 successes then.
Oh, heck
And
yeah.
but there is a 1 on the stress, so let me roll my panic.
Roll it.
What is past the limit? What does my past the limit do again? Let me check that real quick.
Check it. Yep.
Because I just want to make sure this is my
Now
last
is the time
turn.
to use everything in our
Yeah.
arsenal.
Right. So, file, where are my downloads? Why is nothing working for me right now? Oh my gosh. There it is. It should be on Silva 2, I think. There we go. When the going gets tough gets going, you're the toughest badass around. You can push any skill roll based on strength twice. All right, never mind.
Unfortunately, you've rolled a 1 on your stress.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, otherwise that would have
nothing.
been. But you've got 4 successes. Let's see what you get.
Well, I have max stress right now, so
Yeah,
that's a
well,
14.
I mean, it kind of works. You go berserk.
Let's go.
You immediately attack the nearest person or creature. I'm going to say you were already aiming at the creature. It's fine.
Thank you.
Friendly or not, you will not stop until this target is broken. Every friendly creature who witnesses your rampage must make an immediate panic roll. So
Sorry.
unfortunately, Mason. But let's do the damage first. We'll do the panic. You come to the panic roll in a second. But you had 4 in total, right? So let's go through this. So what's your base damage for the weapon you're using?
2.
2. So it's 2. I'm going to say spend those other 2 points. So it's 4. It's already taken 4 damage. Okay. So I'm going to roll. And is your weapon armor piercing?
No, it's the pulse rifle. Doesn't say it's armor piercing.
So this is the thing. So yeah, so obviously it's going to roll its full armor. That's okay, because I have been rolling poorly. I will tell you, it has an armor rating of 8. So I have to get 4 successes to negate that damage. Okay. So let me roll this. It's gone down to 3. It's gone down to 2. So, but it takes that you shoot and you are now focused. You weirdly, it's almost mirroring what Hammer was doing downstairs, but you're a little bit further away.
Buddy.
Your buddy, and it takes that damage. It rips into Void Check. The acid's splashing over the skylight now. It's looking hurt. It's looking hurt. That is your action. Let's go to that panic check just now.
Okay. 13 down to 11.
Seek cover. Okay, your next action. So on your turn, unfortunately, you're gonna leave. You're gonna get out of there.
Okay.
Okay. So
This is why they're called roach, clearly, because they just panic and go,
panic and leave.
Go.
Apparently.
Top of the round.
It's worked so far.
Top of the round, it's the creature's turn. Jill, roll the d6 for me, please.
Join me.
Buddies.
Oh, no.
That's a 5.
Oh god.
Oh,
That's a really high roll.
This creature rushes towards you, Captain
Oh.
Silver. Like
I don't know how to hold a gun.
well, you're shooting at it, right? And the bullets.
It's a long range one, so
yes, absolutely. It comes up and it grabs you with both of its hands.
Possibly it grabs Chaplin instead, because Chaplin has the bodyguard feature.
Are you going to use it?
Gonna try to take this hit.
Okay. So describe what describe what it does.
If
I know you've
someone
done it
within
before.
short range of you is hit by an attack, you can dive in to take the hit. Roll for mobility. Doesn't count as an action. If you roll 1 or more success, you take this hit instead.
Okay. So I need to roll first, though. So
Right.
let me read it out. So this lovely little thing on my little body burster attack is called Skull Crush. The xenomorph uses both its hands to grab its victim by the head. If successful, it lifts them off the ground, off their feet, and squeezes. The attack is rolled with 10 base damage, damage 1. If it causes any damage, it inflicts the critical injury 64, killing the victim and triggering immediate panic roll for all those friendly NPCs within short range. But obviously, I need to roll to attack first, and then if I do, Chaplain could use bodyguard. Similarly, actually, no, he can't use armor on this because it's automatic critical hit. So let's roll that first. So I need to roll 10 base die. Ooh.
I can't leave until this thing is dead. Or I am.
No successes. I know.
What?
I hate my dice. I don't know what it is, so it's right up close to you, and you're still shooting at it as desperately as you can. It just sort of hovers ominously over you, like trying to intimidate you, but you are not backing down. So I would say, Chaplain, you do not go in front of it because it does not grab, does not have effect on that. But I love that you did that, though. I appreciate it. So yeah, this creature is in front of you, so it is engaged with you right now. Which makes sense because you are not leaving until it's dead currently. Next up, I have Roach. You have to seek cover. I know.
My hand is forced in both these situations, but you know what? It's making it real, okay? It tracks. Yeah, I'm freaking out. That thing running up is not helping.
No.
And you said there's like a ladder to go down?
Yeah, Chaplain has organized like a quick emergency ladder that was on the roof
Yeah,
for
yeah.
emergency purposes.
So stepping onto it and then doing that thing where you hold on with your hands and you just try to slide down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, you're using your whole action to get down.
Oh no, it feels bad, man. No, it feels bad leaving everyone. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
what you have to do.
Yeah,
What I
it
will
is.
say,
It is. Yep.
yeah, you would have heard on your comms as well as you're
Uh-huh.
planning things down. You hear Iona sort of saying, shit. Well, I need to do a 3-point turn, but I'll be
Oh
right
my
there.
gosh.
Sorry, I was ready to go. I didn't think we would be driving into the.
Yeah, I'm just if you allow a free action
Yeah.
of over the call saying people are dying, move quicker.
Wait, what are you talking about? People are. Yeah, calm off.
Yeah.
Chaplain. This creature is engaged currently with Silver, but you are next to it as well.
I'm also engaged with it.
Yes, I would say for the sake of this, yeah.
I told you to get out.
You did tell me to get out.
That's
Man.
But Chaplin's not
Harder, yeah.
driving right now.
Chaplin's not here anymore.
And Strael is gonna pull out a cutting torch and try to finish this thing.
Heck yes. All right. I think for that, because that is a close combat with +2 close combat, and it is fire, correct? So let's do strength, close combat +2.
+2. Lovely. That is 1 success.
Okay. It screeches in horror at seeing this comes up. Gonna roll half its armor. Was it only 1 success? Sorry.
Yeah.
It backs away from it. Unfortunately, I rolled exactly 1 success. I'm sorry. It didn't take it, but it's clearly fighting. It backs away from you and Captain Silver as a result. Is there anything else you'd like to do? That's your slow action, I'd say.
I'm gonna I'm going to hold my fast action in case I need to block.
Sounds good. Because it's now the creature's turn. Jill. I'm coming to you again, my friend. Can you roll me a d6?
I sure can.
Yeah. It's fun being on this side, isn't it?
I'm enjoying it. That's a 3.
Yeah, that's a 3. I am now going to ask Mason. I need you to roll a d6. Odds is Captain Silver. Evens it's Chaplain. With Chaplain, I know you've got your bodyguard thing, so you can always move in the way of it as well.
Oh no. Okay. That's an even.
It was a 6, so just as well I wasn't rolling for the damage one.
Or rolling for the attack, absolutely.
Mm.
So I will read it out, and again, it's up to Chaplain if you're going to do your thing. Just want to make sure. So, this is venomous fangs. The body burster will sink its fangs into its victim. It's rolled with 8 base damage die, plus with a 1 damage. If it causes any damage, the victim must make a sickness roll, and we'll get to that should it happen. What are you thinking, Chaplain?
It's attacking me?
Nope, it's attacking
No.
Captain Silver. That's what I wanted to check.
Oh no, I'll block it if it I'll bodyguard if I need to.
All right, if it attacks. Okay, so 8 dice roll. One success. So
I'm
Chaplain.
diving in.
So was it a agility mobility attack? Check.
Yes.
Roll for it.
That is 1 success.
Yep.
And now I'm gonna block for myself.
Sounds good. Yeah, roll what was it for blocking?
Close combat.
Yes, please. Strength close combat.
Okay.
So yeah, so Captain Silver, you see this creature go for you, and Chaplin's suddenly in front of you, taking this creature's bite.
That's another success. 1 success.
Very good. So this creature bites down hard on your shoulder, Chaplain. Your milky fluids go up. It disperses with the horrible, like you can see it, Captain Silver. This bite, horrible venom dripping over Chaplain's uniform. Again, no armor, so to speak of. And it's burning away, burning not only at their clothing but also at Chaplin's not fake skin, sorry, android synthetic coverings as well. So you can start to see bits of the metal and stuff that we repaired only a couple of hours ago. But Chaplin has just pretty much just saved your life. It's now your turn.
Chaplain, stop defying orders, switching to combat knife, hitting this thing because I can't leave.
Yes, you can't. That's so true. I forget you're sort of berserk. So yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
Is strength close combat, please, plus your stress. I would say as well.
Stress.
You're like aiming because it's right in front of you. That's another +2. So you can do the base damage first if you want, and then we'll go to stress.
Let's do base damage first. Well, okay, base damage. You are stupid. There was nothing.
Well, roll
Nothing.
your stress. Roll your
So
stress
stupid.
first, and then we can always push the roll if needed.
Okay.
All right. I forgot to add in the dice from my fucking plasma cutter when I was blocking. But I already didn't take any damage, right?
You didn't take any damage. Yeah, it only had 1 success, so you blocked it off easily. Yeah.
I still want to. Sorry, I still want to roll to
Tell you
see
what.
because
Yeah, let's finish
Right.
the captain's turn, and then we'll come back to that. So don't worry,
Right.
I won't forget.
So that's 1 success and 1 stress 1.
Okay, let's roll that panic.
16. The highest you can ever panic in this game.
Yes, unfortunately so. You are catatonic. You fall to the ground. You are staring blankly into oblivion as this creature is fighting. Like I think the weight of this has truly hit you. All 4 of these Marines were infected with something. All of them are now dead or changed in such a way that you cannot comprehend. And you shook it, and so you just collapse at this point. So currently catatonic. Excellent. So coming back to Chaplain. So
I'm just gonna roll the extra dice.
So explain to us what you're doing, so just so we've got it clear.
When I was rolling my block, I did not roll the additional dice for having my plasma cutter. And so I just want to see if I get any additional successes, there are things I can do with them.
Perfect. All right, cool.
I
It
just wanna
was just
see.
explaining it for the stream. That's what I'm just
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
I do have an additional success.
Great.
1 success.
Mhm.
I would like to do a counterattack,
Great.
which does damage to the attacker equal to the damage rating of the weapon. So that's 3 damage.
Okay. This is the fire thing, right?
Yes.
This is the thing. Right.
Yeah, the plasma cutter.
2 successes out of a possible 4 on that. It's only on it was on 3 health. It's now down to 1 health. You're burning. What goes up again? It's like because it's so close to you at this point, he bites in, and you're like, and you're trying to get it off you. But you spike it up. It howls and lets you go. This thing is dripping. The maw is dripping with all the venom, and you can feel it sort of burning away at your insides. But you're keeping it together. Just it looks ropey though. It looks so ropey. But unfortunately, next up is the alien again. Jill.
Every time you say that, I keep going. Let's go. That's a 2.
My favorite one. Dismissive slap. After all this time, judging the victim unworthy of the effort, the xenomorph whirls and slashes its tail at them. It attacks with 8 base damage 1. If it hits, it throws the victim to the floor in the adjacent zone. If the victim is prone, drops all handheld items and must make an immediate panic check. The Xena will then ignore the victim for the remainder of the fight unless the victim attacks it again. I'm going to say it's going to go for Chaplain. However, now I could be incredibly cruel, and I'm going to leave it up to the decision of the group. The adjacent, yes, there you go. Captain Silver's already got the idea. The adjacent zone is about 2 stories down. Are we okay with me throwing? If I hit, are we okay with me throwing Chaplain off the roof?
Chaplain can take it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because I feel like you've put yourselves in this position, and
The story dictates that.
Story
yes.
dictates.
I
I'm
just
personally
wanna...
okay with it.
Okay, yeah, because you're not.
I'm not
Anyway.
the one getting.
Yeah, throw someone else off the roof. It's fine.
I'm
with me.
catatonic and will be alone with the alien if this happens. But Chaplain will be safe.
Frankly, if I almost killed someone, I would throw them off a roof.
I'd try and catch you, but it might actually crush me. So
Yes. Chaplain, you take 3 damage as
Alley
I rolled. I rolled quicker, and this tail it almost wraps around you, and you just feel the air at you at this point. And you are falling. You hit the ground. I'm going to say you don't take any additional damage from that because obviously the tail sort of whipped out at you and slashed at you, and you fell. What I would say, Roach, because you're going to be up next in the initiative, is that you know that Captain Silver is still up there.
yes, I do.
But yeah, Chaplain, you are. I don't want to say face down on the ground, but you've hit the ground hard, winded, taking that damage, and you're prone. You would make it be immediate panic check. You're not. You're an android. You're fine. But you dropped any handheld item, so your cutting
Plasma,
torch.
right?
Yeah, is off to the side a little bit just now. Roach, Mason. I'd say you were fleeing. You stop.
I was, yeah.
You're seeking cover. Sorry, same thing.
Yeah.
Your captain's still up there.
Can I see it from down here?
I would say, yeah, because it just threw your friend off the
Yeah.
roof.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm going to try and shoot it first of all, but I don't plan on leaving her up there if I can help it, but I need to get it away from her body, otherwise when I come up it's just gonna, I feel like they're sensible enough to
What I would say then, either you can make a aimed go, but then that risks, because obviously you're aiming it, you could be trying to run up and shoot it. You're trying to go back up the ladder and shoot it, and so that you can get to Captain Silver in time. Should it, I don't know, explode in acid.
Okay. Yes, I'm going to go up. How close is it to the top of the ladder?
Oh, let's say it's ominously close.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm gonna run up and shoot it, but try to. Yeah. I'm good with guns. This is what I do. I'm a gunnery sergeant. Let's go. Okay.
Let's go.
It's fine. All right. So I'm going to use my pulse rifle. Makes sense. It was in my hands. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and I get a +1 from the rifle. Yeah. But I'm not aiming because I'm climbing up, correct?
Yes, I would say so. If you're basically, you could aim, shoot, and then climb up, but you don't know. Again, this is the thing. You don't know. It's going to be you. It's then going to be Chaplain. It's then going to be the alien's turn again.
A lot of dice, but this could go very poorly. I don't have a 1 on the stress dice. I have a couple ones on my black dice, but I have, let's see, 1, 2,
Take
3.
take a moment. Get it all. Get it all.
Okay.
I know.
So, high stakes. 4 successes. I'm not losing everyone this time.
All right.
Yet.
I still have
I'm
to
aware.
roll. I still have to
Yes.
roll.
Yeah. Okay.
But all 4 successes. Okay. So I reduce your 4 successes.
Yeah.
To 2.
Okay.
It only had 1 health left. How do you kill this creature?
Oh, okay. Going up, I'm using the fact that it's close proximity and tapping into these nerves of steel. I'm gonna go up, and I know it's a long range weapon, but I'm gonna jam it up into its skull so that when I shoot, it goes back the way, and none of that acid's coming to me.
Yeah.
So I just knock it and shoot, to blow its ugly head off.
Yeah. There's a horrible
Legs might be shaking when I
snarl.
do it, but yeah.
It's a horrible snarl, and yeah, almost like a Little Mermaid type thing goes up with the acid.
Part of this world.
Part of no world. And it hits the deck. Away from Captain Silver. I'm not cruel.
Yeah.
Captain Silver, you are aware of sounds. You're aware of stuff, and you just see out of the corner of your eye, you're seeing your gunnery sergeant come and save your life. So many of your crew coming back. There is silence.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I know we're very well trained, fit, and healthy people. Am I such that I could try to carry her down?
Absolutely. I'd say at this point. The compound doors from the face, and you see your APC comes through. You see Zimajewski get out and go, here, let me, sort of like carrying Captain Silver. What I'd say in this intervening time, everyone's stress level who is alive and who can take stress goes down by 1. Actually goes down by 2 because Iona is there. And he goes, whoa, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Tries to do banter, doesn't work. And sort of gets you all in. Chaplain, like you managed to well, not damage per se, but like you know, you might have broken a limb or something, but easily enough fix it so you are mobile, you are walking, etc. And you see Dante's in the back, strapped up, taking over a couple of seats. And she is like, "Where's Hammer?
We need one less seat."
What are you talking about? Where's Hammer? Where's my buddy? What? No. No, they can't. No. They said it would be fine. And goes quite quiet. At this point, your radio goes off. And you hear Major Hatfield. And Captain Silver, this will snap you out of your catatonic state.
I'm still carrying you.
Oh.
And get the actual. Excuse me. Let me get the actual thing up. It says Charlie team, return to base. I repeat, return to base for immediate evac. And then there's a blur and a static. And as you look up from the compound, you see the grey skies start to light up above you. There are booms echoing all over. You can see in the far distance the Nebraska fort, the base that you came from, the railgun cannons starting to launch huge giant spikes into the air. You see various sort of evac ships, evac fighters screaming across the skies, firing on descending dropships, all of them carrying UPP insignia. war has come to Ariarchus. And I think we need a little time to break and recover. That is the end of tonight's episode of Alien Destroyer Worlds. Hey, Hammer, well done. First death, well done. No, why are you sorry? You did exactly what you did, and that was incredible. So well done, Hammer.
I am honored to be the one that went first and traumatized my team.
You did traumatize your team. Thank
Literally
you so
scared
much.
me out of the room. Oh my gosh.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching this wonderful stream of Alien. We don't worry, we will debrief ourselves after this of this setting, this show. But please, hopefully you are taking care of yourselves this evening. Let's go back in the same order. If we have the ability to do plugs, please feel free to. There is no issue. If not, if you're just like, I'm me, here's the way you can find me, that's fine. So we'll start off as always with our wonderful, lovely captain.
Hi, I can't believe I'm alive. And you can find me, Abigail the Nerd, in the links in the chat.
Fair enough. Obviously Shamini is not here, but obviously Shamini would be like, follow at Shamini Bundell or S Bundell everywhere. She's also really cool and amazing. She also does the voiceover for Eat the Reich. So go please check that out on Kickstarter. That's a very cool little video. And she's just super fun. So go check out all her stuff. Passing it over to Jill, please.
Hi, I'm Jill. I'm probably the most stable of this group right now. Hi, I'm also known as Ghosty JK on the internet, and I'm just gonna plug Girls Run These Worlds Thursdays. Alien, you're already here. Do it. Keep coming back. There's gonna be more.
There's going to be a lot more of us. Thank you so much, Jill, and long live Hammer. Next up is Hummaloo, please.
Hammer. Hi, I'm Emma Hamilou on the internet. I will plug this Saturday because I'm part of a charity stream that's raising money for Extra Life, so helping sick kids. I'm playing in a Candela Obscura game and then running a Mass Effect game. And then on Sunday, you can find me and Jill. We're sort of doing like a little fun debrief thing about the Hobbit game we were playing in, which is great. Also, I'm wearing Girls Run These World merch. You can have some too. Go check it out. Buy some.
Fantastic. And last but by no means least, Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. You can follow my socials. I'm usually EmilyBard20 on things. If you want me in your games to make decisions that get your other players killed, hit me up. I'd love to join, and yeah, I feel really good right now.
You don't. You did amazing. Okay. You did really, really well. And I will finish off. My name is Fiona. I don't run Girls Run These Worlds, but I'm a part of their wonderful, wonderful team. I would highly recommend obviously checking out Alien if you've not already done so. This scenario is one of 3 that is out just now, but there's also like the Colonel Marines book as well with lots of little mini campaigns if you want to check that out. And I do lots of things like What Am I Rolling and DM's Book Club. But if you're like, I'm very much someone who recommends other RPGs. So if you like horror and you like look at different things, I want to big shout out, and I want to recommend Jianxi Blood in the Banquet Hall by Banana Chan and Senfeng Lim. It is a collaborative storytelling RPG about a Chinese family making their living by running a restaurant in one of Americans' Chinatowns in the 1920s. So not only do they have to deal with the rubbishness of the 1920s, let's face it, but also at night they also have to deal with a new terror of facing Jianxi, these hopping vampires. It's really, really cool. I got the physical set recently and I was like, oh, this looks pretty fun. So I highly recommend checking that out and just trying something different, from that sort of thing. Announcements, Girls Run These Worlds announcements. If you're like, oh, what else is going on? Well, let me tell you, looking up here, we have Witch Hers happening on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We love all that sort of thing. Roll for Look is obviously on Wednesdays as well at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So join our long-running campaign anchor show with this Sapiet, I think that's how you pronounce it, a homebrew world of Amargoth with Rue and all the other wonderful cast we have there. Obviously, you could go back for Alien. I mean, if you want to. No pressure there. On Fridays as well at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got Ella Watts guides the crew of the waters in our very own game, Upriver, Downriver. It's a very, very cool game with a tarot card system, so I highly recommend checking that out. And Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, join Anne and her studio of dancers as they turn the beat around. You can't do it unless you do that. So go check out. We've got a whole bunch of shows that's happening. Yep. All the happy dancing. But as always, our creator app is open. If you're like, Fiona, you did this to yourself. You killed all your players and stuff. And I was like, well, you can too if you would like to. With only with their consent. So please check out the creator app where you can submit any games. And please do, like, we want to hear stories from you. We tell stories not because they're popular, not because of the system or anything like that. We want to tell stories that no one else tells, and that is why we are here for it. Please subscribe all over the place, here on Twitch. We've got Ko-Fi as well. Check out all the places we can do it. Pro Twitch subscription. Sorry, my words are going at this point. It all goes towards this incredible cast and the entire team that's helped us to get there. The final thing I'm going to say, just checking, we are raiding as well. I'm an old lady when I say, "Ooh, what's a raid?" We're raiding Dice Dragons Guild over on Twitch, so please stay around for their fun-loving, presumably RPG stuff. I also want to do a massive shout out to our wonderful producer tonight, Arnica, who, as if people will know, was the betrayer in our previous Alien games. Was it her influence that created tonight's game? Of course.
Spoilers.
But
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but it's cool.
Spoilers.
No,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Good to know.
she is an amazing person, and so please go check out all her stuff. And thank you so much, Annika, for keeping us safe on the stream. I will let everyone go on the stream. Thank you so much. Join us again next week, where more shit is happening, as we can tell, as the UPP have arrived in their entirety to Arrakis. Bye bye, everyone. Thank you so much.